We are live.
Good evening, everyone. If you would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Fairly short agenda this evening. We'll start off with the minutes from our meeting on May 20th. Everybody had a chance to read this?
Yeah, I motion that we accept them as corrected. They've already been corrected.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I have a motion.
I can second that.
Motion and second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you very much. All right, transfers, additionals, and reductions. I like that last word.
Okay. Yeah. So transfer. We have one transfer. This is for the public health that we were going to appropriate an additional for. We paid our LAO conversion out of computer maintenance on accident, and instead of correcting that, I went ahead and transferred $50,000 down for this, and we do not have to do a true additional. And computer maintenance was still good, sustaining that. So this is 1112 lit, line item 03316, LAO conversion, $50,000 to 44320 public health.
Anybody have any questions on that transfer proposal?
I motion to approve the $50,000 transfer from LAO to public health.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, the next is a transfer. This covers the expenses that we had moved from 1159 to 1161. We would have to do a transfer from within 1161 to have these line items now appropriated. That being said, there is contract obligations. Lindsay is going to be working with someone from the state board of health. They're going through her budget. She's going to give me that exact amount she will need, and we'll probably have to do an additional to fulfill those contract requirements for the year. But this at least makes it so that she's not with negative line items at this moment. So that is 1161 Health First. It is from account number 39110 contracts to 12230 perf 60,000 and 12600 health insurance for 92,500.
Any additional questions on the requested transfer? Have a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Okay, then we have one additional that I advertised for. So I'm going to skip the additional approval and just do the additional resolution. And the additional resolution is 2025-009 in the amount of $10,000 for Fund 1186, which is rainy day, and this is for the dumpsters for the flood.
So the $10,000 transfer, or sorry, additional rainy day to waste disposal. Any other questions? Do I have a motion?
I can make that motion.
Motion by Heather, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Gary, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And then one last item to wrap up the health department transactions. It's resolution 2025-010, resolution to reduce public health by $50,000, perf by $60,000, health insurance by $92,500, totaling $202,500.
additional questions or conversations regarding 2025-001 resolution? Do I have a motion?
I have a motion to, the total of 202,500.
Have a motion, do I have a second? Second by Dwayne. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed?
Thank you. That is all of those. Next, I would say by next meeting, I'll probably have another resolution for reducing a budget, definitely for county general and maybe a few others if it has the last few years been required for us to do that to be able to budget. So going into budget season, go ahead and cleaning those items up.
Very good, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I haven't checked on Lindsay in the last week or so. I noticed obviously had a very, very overwhelming month with the health announcement of the health first time dropping. I know she tried to take a couple of days off, but has she been in communication with you this
Yes,
week?
I've been in communication with her. And then also she has that meeting with them, I think maybe Wednesday of next week.
I was hopeful
maybe.
this kid would provide some
And
insight.
I think they're going to be able to help her go through. But yes, it's across the board. Everyone is going to feel this pinch.
Takes care of all of our transfers, additionals for the evening. Now on to public comment.
I just have a commissary report. Stick together, I apologize.
Ben, just before you review this, I'm just curious, so is it changed? Is it quarterly now that this is required to come before us? or-
Correct, starting July 1st, when all the new
Okay.
legislation takes place, it will be quarterly, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yep. If anybody has any questions?
On the one reimbursement there, do you know where the balance is?
Which one? are you
At
talking
the
about?
bottom of the first page. There's a $300 receipt. I was curious as to how much.
I don't know the exact, but I can get it and I'll present it to the next, when I turn in the next round if you would like.
Yeah.
And I'll try to find out what's left on that.
I appreciate that.
I know there's times where that's lower than others. I guess depending on the time of year, how much income there is there.
I believe it was 600 in March and then just 300 in January.
The courts haven't sanctioned any different, so.
Things going all right in the sheriff's department and jail?
They are. Trying to button up some stuff here and there with, building change, building construction things, getting them finalized and everything, on track and at 137.
Okay.
You always ask, so I came prepared today.
Thank you. That's a good number.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, the numbers have been, a lot lower lately. IDOC is kind of out of money for their level 6 offenders for the fiscal year. So in return, they've been trying to get them out of our hair and up to prison, so that way they're not building up a tab, if that makes sense. So they've been trucking them out pretty quickly, sometimes two times a month, which is pretty unheard of for them.
Has there been any more discussion about the gun range over there?
I have not heard of anything else. I know probably at some point we probably need to discuss that, with the commissioners and going forward and try to figure out if we can figure out some resolve. I've had some quotes and some stuff come in, but we haven't been able to sit down, and we've kind of had a busy last couple of months with, thefts and homicides that I haven't really had time to sit down and put an actual plan together for it, just a proposal.
Did they not, maybe notice, I don't, the date that kind of surprised everybody that came quick, this is when we're closing this, shutting down the city range, and there was a push to get all the officers checked and certified to make sure everybody was,
Qualified for the year.
qualified, thank you. Did that, wasn't it mid-May that
Yeah, it's
Date was-
closed,
it
yes,
is
we're
complete.
closed
It's closed.
now, yeah, we're no longer using that facility anymore. So we did get a vast majority of our, annual qualifications done. There are still some things that we have to get done, but we'll just have to do them in, other jurisdictions to get them buttoned up for the year, but, vast majority of them are done, so.
This is the closest one up there in Ripley County.
Yes, there's one in Bennington, one in Ripley County, and one in Clark County. So Clark County's is already booked up though for the year. For the most part, there's a couple of sporadic days here and there, but for the most part, they are completely booked for the year. They sent me their training calendar, so. Good,
Yep,
all right. You guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
thank you.
I don't have anything, I just want to say hi.
Oh, we appreciate that. There's no additional, is there any additional business from the council this evening? Hearing none?
Adjourn.
There a motion to adjourn, do I have a second?
Yeah, I'll say.
All in
Oh,
favor?
okay, I thought you were gonna say something.
No.
you came to a pretty boring
Thank you.
meeting.
Have a good evening.